Aries friends, thank you guys joining me. This is your first half of June singles spread here. Pulled 12 cards today. It's like I got more room, so it's instead of 8 do 12 just because I got more room. Well, that's okay. That's how tarot works. We get there either way, but I call this the four pillars. It looks at the emotional, intellectual nature, the love and sex nature, and the what I call core values and lifestyle areas. Four pillars of a relationship, I think, that helps people come together. They have some, compatibility in all those levels. So we're really looking for your soulmate. I'm asking the cards straight up. Show me the soulmate, uh, of our Aries friend here. I want to get to know them a little bit so I pick up on some stories so that you would be able to know that it's them if you meet them. I'll give me a minute and I'll lay this out. Knight of Pentacles in their emotional nature over the Star card. Okay, over the Page of Pentacles. This is the Eight of Wands. This is going to be their intellectual nature here. And the Five of Pentacles. I'll lay them upright. If I clarify, I will clarify reverses, whatever's on that deck. Fool, the intellectual position. Now, sexual and love nature, Four Cups. I'm going to lay out the whole thing today, do it a little different than I usually do. Queen of Cups. Wow, okay, I want them. I think I got Cancer, Mars, or something like that. Justice here. Sexual love nature here. Cancer, Mars, and Venus, and like the 8th house. Okay, calm down, Dave. Nine of Wands. This is their core values, what I call them, lifestyle area. And the Two of Wands. Okay. And core values and lifestyle. King of Swords. I'd start right here because it impresses me. Someone who's entrepreneurial, who is kind of expects to have to fight for what they want and is not afraid to fight for what they want, and kind of opportunistic with the Two of Wands. Like they're always on the lookout for the next thing. This could play so many ways. It could help them. And I see someone here that is substantial. I'm not saying they're rich, but maybe. I mean, it might be someone actually kind of rich, or if not, I mean, they're financially secure. They ain't living on the street. And with the King of Swords, they're in some position of authority. It's almost like they're born for that. If they take the Minnesota multifaceted personality test and I forget what sign it is. I'm an INFP, but it's something FJ, I think, or TJ, and they are the born leaders. And that may be kind of the energy I'm getting from this person. Like in any given situation, male or female, I might tell you I'm picking up strong masculine energy here. They would just naturally be able to take control. It could be like an alpha personality here. I'm getting ahead of myself here. But that works because now Knight of Pentacles, emotional, the Star, and the Page of Pentacles. Number one, I see a fine childhood. This is someone that um, they had a great relationship with one or both of their parents. There's someone that's generally optimistic. I pick up some Capricorn energy here, like I think you might have a Capricorn Moon. Remember, this is your person, so we're not looking here for toxic this and that. It's not going to work that way, You're not drawing in a toxic person. We're not looking for your next ex-wife, ex-husband here. But there's someone that's grounded, but also with the Star card, I think they could be very open-minded about anything to do with the esoteric, spiritual world. I think they'd be like some of these Capricorn people that are real spiritual, and that becomes like their 10th house energy. Um, they might have that kind of energy. So they really can apply themselves to something. And with the Eight of Wands and the Fool and held up by the Five of Pentacles, there's something going on with some kind of inner conflict. I got the feeling they're going to be a hard over mind person, and they might not quite trust their mind. They might go through some process when they're thinking, and you might see this on their face if you're out on a date. If you throw something at them, but they're having to think a minute about it. And I don't mean like you asked them how many times they've been married. I mean, it's like, well, you love Carl Jung. What do you really love about Carl Jung? Because I love Carl Jung too. I mean, hmm and they would go through some process in their mind where they might think like, no, that's not right. That's not right. And mentally, it's like they're very concerned about appearing to be wrong, maybe, or just about not really appearing to be wrong. They're concerned about being wrong, you know? Uh-huh. And because deep down, they want to really go for it with the Fool and the Star. This is someone that really wants to trust their intuition, and there's a little bit of a battle inside of them going on with that. um, and there's some part of them that's doubtful. That's like maybe some part of them believes, well, some people can do this kind of intuitive, psychic thing or whatever, but not me. I can't. That's silly, But they're just really drawn to it, like really drawn to it. So they're probably gonna talk to you about spiritual things, uh, things they're interested in. They've read the explorations they've done. This is the kind of person with the Fool. They're exactly the kind of person might be. They're doing an ayahuasca ceremony down on the river in the next state. It's only a 10-hour drive. If we leave now, we can be there in time just to join them, you know. Kind of wide open kind of energy about them, and there might be a reason why they go through this process with this Eight of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. It could be just a mistake. It would be leaping to conclusions. They have a tendency, and they know this. I think they know that, to leap to conclusions, and then to actually, because thoughts precedes actions, take foolish, in this case, just foolish actions. And when they might look back on the whole process, they go, "Oh shit! I should have known when I thought of that what would happen. They should have realized that was kind of not a good idea." you know. So maybe there's some process where they have to check like their ideas, like they come up with an idea in their own head, like, and then they in the past maybe just went with it and it maybe didn't go well, and so they've learned like they need to check it before they wreck it, and so you might see a little hesitation, in how they operate, but someone is very grounded and very optimistic, and I think the feelings kind of a little bit play against this whole process here because deep down I think they really trust themselves, and with the Page of Pentacles, they may always see themselves as a little bit smaller than they really are, and so there's a humbleness. Yes, yes, yes. A humbleness. I sense some Virgo here. Could be Virgo Sun. Virgo Mercury operating here. And a genuine humbleness, and a little bit of like an innocence too about them too. Now, sexually, I want to think Libra here, but with justice. But I'm picking up here, and Libra would work because if we're really going to go with a Virgo Mercury, but that would put this water in Scorpio energy. I would say then one of either the cups, Four Cups, or the Queen of Cups here is representing the Scorpio energy. Um, so sexually, they're very picky, and they do, like I'm talking about this thing where they might have trouble relying on intuition and double overthink things, and then kind of realize, that there's this jam up with their intuition. So it gets them to their way of dealing with it. So far, has maybe been kind of really think it through and think through consequences and like check it before they wreck it. But with sex, I kind of see that. I don't really see that. I see them like ignoring that, basically. So this is someone. Now remember, this is your person, okay? It's not. But in the past, I think this someone probably has a lot of sexual experience too, with a lot of different partners. And so again, like look, in any job, if you're out looking for an applicant, you don't want someone who doesn't have experience, right? You want someone that has a lot of experience. hmm And who better than to possibly hear a Scorpio, Mars, and Venus person? So, and don't hold against them. A lot of times, I'm a Scorpio, Venus. You have to go around the zodiac at least once, to just figure anything out. You even get close to having a good relationship. So hopefully you're going to find this person after he's went around once or she's went around once, and she goes like, yeah, I think I need a Sag Venus. Good. Here we go. um, so I think someone will be like really open sexually, but I think it's someone that may deep down sort of judge themselves a little bit as being a slut or as being too open sexually or something, or somehow just judge the way they are. And I know I'm in a Scorpio group. I mean, we all do it because Venus is debilitated, and a lot of us are just fucking ridiculous. In the way we are about love. I mean, love fucking just hurts, and it's like not supposed to hurt. It's really hard for a Venus Scorpio to get that through their head, you know? Um, so that's a little bit, see, this kind of justice here is kind of this self judgment down here. Just sort of an ongoing thing. And this is your person. It's not going to be a perfect person. It's not like Jesus. you know. It's a real flesh and blood human being here. And so I already talked about how this all translates like into their lifestyle here. Um, they could be a person that's in authority, a little bit older. They're going to have, very well might be a family person. They may own several businesses or have owned several businesses. I see them leveling up. I see them like the kind of person that in a moment could make a very certain and probably good and decisive decision to sell, say, one business, and because it's a good opportunity, and immediately turn it into something that's 100 times better. I mean, it's someone that's opportunistic and strong and plucky, and just keeps coming back. And they may have started this. I get the feeling like this is somebody maybe they don't have a lot of education because they just started young and they just were really smart in this way that just could be really a Virgo way here, and applied themselves, and they must have in their chart some flexibility built in. They're in like some kind of cadent house, because I think this kind of person, they could turn on a dime in terms of business here. And what needs, they're very probably really sensitive about trends. I mean, if it's someone could be in the fashion industry, someone that's an import export, and they know, like, they just kind of have their pulse. They know time to import this because I know it's going to become a popular trend this fall, and it's going to be in short supply, but we can get these widgets now for this number, and I know we're going to make 10 times that when we sell them next fall. So this type of energy here with your person, let me know, guys, what you think here. you know, uh, Appreciate it. And like I said, likes, I realize, are really important. So thank you for liking. Didn't get to clarify with the clip deck, but I usually don't clarify this reading. It usually comes pretty clear. Thank you, guys. First half of June.